Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King, and if you watched my previous video you will know that Anime King 2 is currently under review. So I won't be able to post any video for there, yes, I'm unable to at the moment. But I want you guys to go down below and click the link in the description to Anime King 3. I will be doing all of your what if ideas over there. So go down there and click the link and go over there and subscribe to Anime King 3 and blow it up guys, I know you can do it. Because I'll be dropping all of your original ideas down below. I'll be doing them myself guys, yes guys, my own personal what ifs. So go down below and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King 3 family guys. And thank you for all of your help and your support. But for now, let's begin part 8 of What If Naruto and Sasuke were taken by Itachi. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends and social media platform, and yeah, let's begin this new episode. So, the last part we left off, as the group went out to dinner, until they enjoyed themselves, even bringing Mikoto, as he got ramen. As they were going back, things happened, as Sakura was going off with Sasuke. As he dropped her off and said goodbye, he was then attacked by the Stone 4, as he started clash against them. But with their unique teamwork, they were able to place the seal arm on his neck, giving Orochimaru control over his body. As Sakura came out, as he tried to kill her, but Sasuke fight for dominance and told Sakura to run as they left the village. Sakura had to inform them quickly, as Naruto and a group of shinobis, the Genins, as they made their way after them. They caught up with the group as they separated and faced off against them. As some of the Zone 4 had returned to Konoha with the group, they spoke to them, giving them a chance. Even Shikamaru spoke to Teiwaya, as Gaara came by as Naruto was facing off against Kimimaro. As Gaara spoke to Kimimaro, he was given a chance by Naruto, so he gave someone else a chance, as he was able to break through to Kimimaro. Yes, the Hokage will also help him with his illness. As Naruto chased after Sasuke and finally caught up to him, as Naruto asked him who the hell is he, as he knew that the real Sasuke would never do something like this. It was none other than Orochimaru, as Orochimaru had Sasuke trapped away in his mind, chains binding Sasuke's movements. As the battle began ferociously, Orochimaru couldn't understand his body was powerful. It is supposed to be able to beat Naruto, but Naruto was destroying him, picking him apart, as he couldn't understand what was going on. He might have Sasuke's body, but he did not know Sasuke's skills, as Naruto started to put him in his place. As the battle went on furiously, both of them clashing against each other using Rasengan and Chidori. As they used their final attack, Orochimaru pumping as much stroke as he could, as they slammed the attack together. As Naruto was thrown back from the collision, Sasuke thought that Naruto had died, as he went into a fit of rage and ripped through the chains, as his eyes also changed into the Mangekyo Sharingan, as he burned Orochimaru out of his mind. But Naruto picked up himself a second later, as he smiled towards Sasuke, who smiled back, as he had his friend back. So yeah guys, so that's basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the blades and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say we begin this new episode? We begin this episode at the hidden zone. Orochimaru snapped open his eyes. Orochimaru-sama, what is wrong? Asked Kabuto. Something is wrong. I can't feel him anymore. As Orochimaru closed his eyes once again, astral projection technique, he said. Meanwhile, as Naruto was pulled up by Sasuke, after all, as Naruto fell unconscious. As Sasuke was about to bring him back to Konoha, when he heard a voice behind him. Sasuke-kan, where are you going? As he turned to see Orochimaru standing there, in a projection form you could tell that it was him. Orochimaru. I'm never going anywhere with you. You've lost. My body is mine now. Wait, what about power? Didn't you want to become strong? Strong to protect Naruto from the Akatsuki? Orochimaru asks. You almost had me kill Naruto. As for the Akatsuki, I will gain power in my own way. and so will Naruto, and we will be able to take them down. Just like your brother, said Orochimaru in a quiet tone. But know this, Sasuke, I will not be giving up so easy. We will meet again. And with that, his body shimmered away and disappeared. So, it seems we have a common enemy, said a voice. Sasuke spin around. Who the hell are you, he asks. I am Zetsu of the Akatsuki. Our leader asked me to watch your fight, said Zetsu. Sasuke narrowed his eyes towards Naruto and tense. Don't worry, I'm not here to fight you. But there's someone who has interest in your power. Someone who's very interested, said Zetsu. Who? Your leader? In a matter of speaking. And we are still very much interested in Naruto here as well. I'm impressed. You were able to force Orochimaru's presence out of you. That is no small feat. I thought for sure that you would be heading off to him. It seems our leader is right. The both of you are strong. Is that all? You show yourself to me just to compliment us, asked Sasuke. I will reward your efforts with a piece of information. We won't make a move for 3 years. We need that time to prepare ourselves to make use of those, such as Naruto. Until then, train hard. At least give them a bit of challenge when they make their move. As Zetsu sink underground and vanish. So, Orochimaru and Akatsuki are against each other. That may be to our advantage later on though. As Sasuke made his way to Konoha, on his way he ran into the rest of the Konoha team sent to retrieve him, as he apologized for putting him through so much, most of all soccer. As Sasuke even cried. She nearly died by his own hands, and then she had to go up against the Sound 4. She knew that it wasn't his fault though as she hugged him tight. The Sand siblings were also there, and also the surviving members of the Sound 4, as they made their way to Konoha. As it took a day, but they made it. Headed to Hokage's tower, but they took a small stop by the hospital to drop off Kimimaro under Anvu guard, as they explained what happened in the mission, and that they brought back the prisoners. Excellent work, Naruto Shikamaru. It seems like you completed your first mission as Taiko, said Tsunade. The both of them nodded. The rest of you should be proud as well. You did your best to stand against the best that Orochimaru had. You dealt a strong blow to a strong force. After she finished talking to them, Anvu had taken away Kimimaro and Teiwaya, as Tsunade went to go see the boy with his sickness. So, you're of the Kaguya clan, are you? I've heard of what happened to your clan. I thought you were all wiped out. I'm surprised there's one survivor, said Tsunade, as she scanned him over. It appears you have some kind of illness. It is rare, but it can be cured. The process is rather long and involved, but the risk to you is minimal. You're lucky to have ended up here. Not many knew about this disease, said Tsunade. Orochimaru, did he know? Asked Kimimaro. He isn't a medic, I should know. I was his partner. His medic, Kabuto, probably didn't know either. He's too young to know about it. When I was younger, there was an entire clan with the disease. We learned that it was genetic. It stemmed from a genetic mutation. Once it is present, it can be passed on. There's an irony to this after all. This kind of time, speaking of, was a noble kind of carry back then. It seems those you once tried to kill are now going to save you, as Kimimaro remained silent. When Tsunade was finished the first phase, she went to see how Ibiki was doing. As she found his captives were rather talkative. He has several bases, he moved around constantly to not be caught, said Kimimaro. And not just because of you, also because Akatsuki is seeking him, said Teiwaya. And where are these bases, asked Ibiki. Throw Tonokuni. Knowing the specifics would do you no good. If he thinks he's being followed, he would bail or go to a new base somewhere else. We would tell you what we know, but if he gets a whiff of you, all this information will be pointless, said Teiwaya. Ibiki, I trust your interrogation is going smoothly, said Tsunade. Well, I didn't have to do anything. They were speaking to me freely. They have turned their backs on Orochimaru. Is that so? Your friend in the hospital mentioned something like that as well, before falling asleep. Something about realizing he no longer wished to be Orochimaru's tool. As the both of them nodded. Very well, I have a proposition for the both of you then, she said. In exchange for all they knew, she would offer them asylum in Konoha. As soon as they earn her trust. After being watched, they can become ninjas of Konoha. As they gave her a map, as he pointed out all of Orochimaru's bases, all of locations, as she was sent Anvu out for the next month. But most of these bases all were abandoned. But there were remnants of base there, to say that they were telling the truth. But there were some slaves there that belonged to the country of Tonokuni, and they were happy, delighted to be free. Time skip. As Sasuke was in Tsunade's office, Hokage-sama, I know how to remove Orochimaru curse seals. How? Asked Tsunade. My Mangita Sharingan. It allowed me to enter the souls of people. I use it to purge my own soul of Orochimaru. And I'm sure I can do the same for the others. Tsunade was surprised by that. Time skip. You. What do you want? Asked Kimimaro. I can give you your freedom. True freedom, said Sasuke. What do you mean? Asked Heiwaya. I can remove those marks from you. So there will be no chance of Orochimaru. Ever. Yet knew back again. As his eyes shifted, their eyes made contact with his. Sasuke found himself projection inside of the two of them. As he saw Orochimaru, it was like a remnant copy was standing there. As Sasuke destroyed it, as he ripped it away, as the seals on their neck started to burn as he hissed in pain, as it was slowly burned away, Sasuke's eyes then snapped back to focus, as the both of them looked around. As they reached up, it's gone, said Kimimaro. You did it, said Heiwaya. As she was no longer connected to that snake freak. No way of him trying to kill her or anything, if he found out they were alive. As he made a smile came to her face, Sasuke then made his way. So you're the one Orochimaru saw so much potential in, said Kimimaro as Sasuke went to visit him next. What do you think of Orochimaru now? Asked Sasuke. He used me. I came to realize that after talking to the sand fellow, he took away my freedom and used me as a tool. All this time I thought he had a cure. Thought he was going to make one for my sickness. But I was just being used as a pawn, said Kimimaro. Sasuke nodded. I see you have the curse as well. I can remove it and give you freedom. You would do this for a former enemy. Well, we're allies now, Sasuke said, his eyes shifted. Time skip. As Sasuke made his way towards Tsunade, they're all gone. Maybe now they can start anew, said Sasuke. Perhaps they can. Go and get some rest, Naruto. Then bring Naruto here tomorrow morning with you. Sasuke made his way as he figured that she had a mission for them, as he went to get some rest at home. He still did not know the full extent of his monkey Sharingan yet. The next day, what is the Hokage-sama? Both of them asked, as they were in the office. I have a mission for the both of you. It will last for about 3 years. You may come in now. Itachi and Jiraiya came in the office. Sasuke, you will train your brother. And Naruto, you will train your Jiraiya. You two will be training outside of Konoha to get stronger. Over this time, you will also be gathering information on Orochimaru and Akatsuki. According to what Sasuke found out in Jiraiya's sources, Akatsuki won't make a move till 3 years. And you will all use that time to prepare, said Tsunade. As for Orochimaru, I found out that he had to swap into a new body, and he will not change again for 3 years, said Jiraiya. Naruto, you must be ready to deal with the Akatsuki. They will be coming after you with full force when the 3 years is over. Sasuke, and you must be ready to deal with Orochimaru at his fullest. He will be coming for you again, you and Itachi. Said Tsunade. At least we know that Akatsuki and Orochimaru are against each other. This may work to our advantage, said Jiraiya. 3 years, huh? Said Naruto. We'll need time to say goodbye to everyone. Of course, said Tsunade. Sasuke went off as he went to see Sakura, as Naruto went out to see Hinata. As Sasuke went to find her, as she saw him, she saw a smile on his face, and yet she saw that something was off. What's wrong? She asked. Well, I have some news. I'm gonna be gone for the next 3 years. It's important I get myself ready for Orochimaru whenever it comes again. 3 years? She asked. Yeah, he said. Then I can come with you. I want to come with you, she said. I'm afraid you can't. Sakura, become stronger. You must, if we are to face these threats together. But she was cut off as Sasuke pulled her into a hug, as he pulled back a bit and kissed her right on the lips. I'll be thinking about you the whole time, and I'll be sure to write to you whenever I can, to let you know what I'm up to. As she had a smile on her face. You better, she said. I'm gonna miss you so much, as she hugged him once again. As Naruto was currently holding a tearful Hinata. So I won't be able to see you for 3 years, she said. It won't be so bad, said Naruto. It will be over before you know it. But I know, said Naruto, but I have to do this alone. But you're strong, and you will only get stronger over time. Erosenin gave this to me to give you. It has all the water juices you know. I need to do one more thing. I need to see Neji. As the two went to grab Neji, he was busy training with Hayashi. as Naruto asked him for a break. As Hayashi applied. What is it, Naruto-san? Asked Neji. Could you run your chakra through this card for me? Why? Said Neji. It's an affinity card. It's how Jiraiya found out what jutsu to teach me, said Hinata. Like the one you use on Kimimaro? Asked Neji. As Hinata nodded. He took the paper. As he ran his chakra through it as it crumbled. Like an affinity, said Naruto. As he reached into his pouch, as he pulled that scroll. As he gave it to Neji who took it. That scroll have all the light and affinity that Jiraiya knows. If you learn this, you'll be able to diversify yourself and gain techniques that will expand and build upon your existing talents, said Naruto. Thank you, Naruto-san, said Neji. As Hinata and Naruto walk off to where they can be alone. As the both of them share a deep kiss. I'll be sure to send you a message whenever I can. Take care of yourself, said Naruto as he kissed her again. As she pulled him in this time very tight, so that it felt like it would last forever. As the both of them breathed away, panting a bit heavy. I'll miss you too, she said. As they went around Konoha saying goodbye to everyone they knew. As they met up at the gates, all packed and ready, after going home and talked to Mikoto. So this is it, huh? 3 years. You better not be a weakling when I get back, said Naruto. I should be the one saying that, said Sasuke. As the both of them share a fist bump. The sad siblings were also there, as Hinata and Sakura was also there again, as they rushed into their boyfriend's arms, as they hug and kiss them. As they say their final goodbyes. As Naruto and Jiraiya were heading towards the sand with Sand siblings, he needed to let the Counts of the Sand know about the Akatsuki. So what is the sand like, Naruto asked as he was walking with Gaara. It's really not so different from Konoha. It's just sandy, said Gaara. Sandy? That's all you can tell me, said Naruto. You just have to see for yourself, said Temari. You like it. It has a look of work of art. More so than your village, said Kankuro. Artistic, huh? Fair enough, said Naruto. Uzumaki, said Gaara. Just Naruto, said Naruto. Very well, Naruto. I never did get a chance to properly thank you. You may not have realized it, but your fight with me changed my life. I have a new goal now. Oh, and what is that, said Naruto. To become Kazekage, said Gaara. Huh, and I want to become Hokage. Tell you what. Let's see who gets the seat first. A small smile crept upon Gaara's face as they headed off. As the two Kunoichis, Sakura and Hinata were at the gates. As the both of them smiled. As the both of them nodded toward each other. They will get stronger for when their boyfriends return. Time skip. A full year passed since Naruto and Sasuke left Konoha. As Akatsuki and Orochimaru not made a move. Tsunade just received a letter. She was in her office. It was for her eyes only. It was from the Northern. Watch. As she read it. Attention, Hokage-sama. A ninja of unknown origins have just entered Hain no Kuni, heading to Konoha. The ninja refused to identify himself, forcing us to engage him in combat. We were unable to defeat him. I am the only one left without any life-threatening injuries. We need a team to intercept this man, and a medical team to our outpost immediately. Tsunade was shocked. A single ninja was able to defeat 1 Jonin, 2 Takabitsu Jonin, and 3 Chunins? A single ninja? And I only have 1 team available to me. Guess I should be glad they're some of the best I have right now. As she sent over the medical team and a team that she had on standby. Several minutes later, a knock came at the door. Come, said Tsunade. 3 ninja entered the room. 1 Jonin and 2 Chunin. Kimimaro was the Jonin of the group, as Teiwaya and Hinamaru was the Chunins. Kimimaro, I have an urgent mission for your group. As he nodded, as she explained what taking place at the outpost. 1 ninja? Said Kimimaro. Keep in mind he was able to wipe out all the members on guard at the west outer post. You are to stop him by all means necessary. Capture him if you can, and kill him if you must. Very well, consider it done, he said. As he and his team move out. He has made great gain since he was brought here a year ago. As she had managed to cure him of his illness in 3 months, and he was so quiet at first. Until they started to speak. Yes, and he spoke of his past. How he thought that Orochimaru gave him a new life until he found out about his illness. Tsunade was now glad to see him taking steps in the right direction. Time skip. As they arrived at the outpost, as they saw the area. Kimimaro, look at these branches here. Looks like someone just came by here recently, said Kidamaru. Let's go, said Kimimaro. I like new Kimimaro. He hasn't threatened to kill us since we left Orochimaru, thought Teiwaya. Still the boss of the group, thought Kidamaru to himself. As they met up with the man declaring, the man was just sitting there. as he was dressed in dark colors with a green scarf wrapped around his neck, as he had on an orange mask with one single eye hole. Ah, Tobi was tired of waiting, he said. Who are you? And what is your business with Konoha? Asked Kimimaro. Tobi was asked to speak with the Hokage. Said Tobi. Is that your name? What business do you have with the Hokage? Yep, that's right. Tobi is my name. Tobi is not allowed to explain my business to anyone except the Hokage. If that is the case, then why did you attack the people at the outpost? Why didn't you tell them this? If what you have to say is so important, why didn't people send you? Send us some notice of your arrival, asked Tewaya. I was told I didn't need to have one, said Tobi. Your leader is rather arrogant, isn't he? Regardless of who it is, you cannot just step into our village and demand to see the Hokage, said Kimimaro. Also, you could have killed those ninjas at the outpost. Oh, I was careful not to kill them. I even left one of them able to walk, said Tobi. You're going to have to come with us, said Kimimaro. Oh, Tobi preferred to travel alone. Thanks anyway, as he started to walk off. Kimimaro stopped in front of him. As he pulled a bone sword from his shoulder. You are coming with us. You're a strange one, said Tobi, as Kimimaro placed a sword at his throat. Oh, you want to play? Tewaya and Kimimaro were shocked what they saw next, as Kimimaro was sent sailing away. Who the hell is this guy? He kicked Kimimaro away so easily, thought Tewaya to herself. No one has ever surprised Kimimaro like that before, said Kimimaro to himself. As Kimimaro put himself back up, Sobeki no Mai, he said, as he started attack man with his style of fighting. But the ninja simply dodged every single one of his attacks. Until, what the hell? I knew I hit him. What's going on? As Kimimaro continues attack, Tobi's having fun. As Kimimaro continued, increasing the speed of his attacks. As he decided to switch to another technique, seeing that this was doing nothing. Bones came from his palms, as he started to move rather flexible right now. But Tobi was still dodging and weaving, and his attacks were bouncing off Tobi's mask. Tewaya pulled her flute and started playing one of her Genjutsu melodies. Chains erupted and wrapped around Tobi tight, as he was in a strange new world. He was surrounded by corpses that had been cut up in some way or form. The chains around him tightened and started to squeeze. Kimimaro then used the opportunity to wrap up Tobi in his web. Once Tobi was secure, Tewaya released the Genjutsu, as he was now wrapped up tight in the webs. Now you will come with us, said Kimimaro. Nah, as I said, Tobi wants to walk alone. Tobi then walked right through the web and strike right towards Kimimaro. But Kimimaro wasn't so surprised the second time, as he blocked it with his bones. Bones exploded out of Kimimara's body as he started to spin. But Tobi went right through the man's attack like it was nothing. As he then sank into the ground, he appeared behind the other two and kicked them away. Huh, it seems you can't catch Tobi, can you? Kimimaro and Tewaya start to lose their temper, as Kimimaro removed his headband, showing his third eye, as he pulled out his bow and arrow, as he fired. What the hell? Said Kimimaro. It's like my attacks are going right through him. I noticed the same thing when I was fighting him earlier, said Kimimaro. I see. He must know some kind of space-time ninjutsu, allowing him to move his body. Then, Tewaya, use your sound-based attacks. Try to get him into your genjutsu again. Once he's unable to move, I'll disable one of my arrows, said Kimimaro. As she started to play her melody, sure enough, Tobi was once again caught up in the genjutsu, as he found himself being confronted by Kimimaro, as he was stabbed repeatedly by the bone user. As Kimimaro saw that he was trapped, as he fired another arrow. As the arrow hit his mark, knocking Tobi away, he then bound him up in web. As the group stood over Tobi, as Tewaya released her genjutsu, as he looked him over, still having fun, asked Kimimaro, as he placed back on his headband. Looks like you got Tobi. Okay, Tobi will go with you, he said in a rather chipper manner. Why is he still so happy, even after he's been caught? Tewaya thought to herself. They decided to bring the prisoner back to Konoha. In Konoha, as Tsunade was training with Sakura, Sakura had asked her to become her student, as she wanted to get stronger after all. Sakura, stop trying to block my attacks, and dodge them. You will never be a good maiden nin if you can't avoid attacks, said Tsunade. Even though she was loving the way that Sakura was coming in her training. As they continued their training until Shizune arrived, and told Tsunade about the prisoner. Very well, help Sakura with her evasion training. As Tsunade returned, as she found Team Kimimaro with their prisoner. Good work, all of you. Why did you bring the prisoner here? She asked. He's been going on and on about the message he had for you. Yep, Tobi has an important message for you. Tsunade looked at him and see that he was well secured. Leave him and wait outside, she said. As they placed him down at chair since he was not able to walk on his own. So you might tell me what's so important you had to attack our shinobis at the west outpost and fight the team that I sent after you. My leader told me I had to get here and speak to you no matter what. Oh, and who's your leader? Said Tsunade. Oh, he's the leader of the Akatsuki. What? Who are you? Why are you here? Said Tsunade, as she was not expecting this at all. Leader Salma told me to tell you that he know the Kyuubi Jinjulke is a native of this village. Your group made that known to us when Osamu Uchiha and Kisame attacked a year ago. That's not all. We also know that he's outside the village. We even know where he is. We can take him whenever time we wish. Then why haven't you? Asked Navi. Oh, we don't need him just yet. We're just gathering information right now. Much as we can. Then why are you telling me this? Our leader Sama said it was to make a point. Make a point that we can do what we please at any time. To make it clear that we're very strong, we can break through your ranks rather easily. Tobi is really strong. And Tobi's a good boy for following Leader Sama orders. Well, good boy or not, you're listening to an evil man. And now you are our captive. Captive? What are you talking about? Tobi can leave anytime you want to. Tsunade narrowed her eyes. Well, Tobi was tired of playing with them. And he didn't want to kill them, so he just faked it. As Tobi stood up and walked through the webbing that was restraining him, Tsunade leaped towards him as she thrust a fist towards the mask, but she passed right through him. He's free, she shouted, as the others burst into the room. Bye-bye, said Tobi, as Kimimaro fired more web, but Tobi vanished. Where is he? Said Tsunade. There's no sign of him. It's like he vanished into thin air, said Kimimaro. Search for him, said Tsunade. Tobi walked around the village like nothing was happening, as he made his way to the ramen stand, as he saw someone else there. Hello, my name is Tobi, he said. Oh, hello there, my name is Aruka. Haven't seen you around here before. Tobi hasn't been in the village for a long time. Is the food here good? We have the best ramen in town, a man from the back said. Yes, a young lady said with pride in her voice. Old man took it, only the best private bar you ever go to, said Aruka. Oh, in that case, Tobi will have a bowl of ramen, he said. After a few minutes, Tobi got his bowl of ramen, as he lifted his mask slightly so he could see his mouth. There was a clicking noise and he placed it at the right height, as he could still eat and hide his identity as well. Tobi, why do you wear that mask? Asked Aruka. Tobi's face isn't so pleasant to look at, said Tobi. I don't suppose you know Kakashi, do you? He's always wearing a mask as well. No one has ever seen him without it. Tobi has heard that name before, but he doesn't know this person. What brings you here? Oh, I had a message for the Hokage from my leader. I see. What do you do? Asked Tobi. I'm a chunin here in Konoha. I spend most of my time teaching at the academy. Oh, are there any promising students? A few. I always give equal attention to my students, regardless of their abilities. Ah, yes, Tobi thinks that is wise. As Tobi started to finish up his ramen, as Tobi pat his belly, that was some good ramen, he said, as he put his mask back over his mouth. It was nice talking to you, Aruka. Likewise. Take care of yourself, Tobi. As Tobi stepped onto the street, he heard shouting from a distance. Bone missiles. As Tobi just kept on walking, the things going right through him, Kimimaro appeared right behind him, as he drive a bone strike right through him. But Tobi just walked off it like nothing. So you guys want to play with Tobi again? Who is this guy? Said Kimimaro. As Tobi spun in a gig, Kimimaro could not do anything as Tobi reached him and smashed a fist into his face, as he was lifted off his feet and crashed to the ground. You know, Tobi is tired of playing, as Tobi pulled a kunai. But before he could kill Kimimaro, he was blown away as ninjas landed all around, as senbons rained down towards his position, as a massive ice mirror came around him, as he got surrounded as senbons rained down, turning him into a pincushion, as Tobi then collapsed down to the ground as the ice mirrors vanished. So, Zabuza-sama, do you think we got him? Keep your guard up, Zaku, said Zabuza. Zaku, Ken, I see you two are doing well, said Kimimaro. I don't think I'll ever get used to those arms, said Ken. Haku, he's still moving, said Zaku. But how, Haku said, as Tobi stood up as all the senbons fell to the ground. Surprising Tobi like that. You people should learn to play nice. As Zabuza rushed forward and kicked the man right into a rundown building. As Zaku stepped forward and went through hand sign, fire style, flaming, hazard, he said. as flames exploded out of the holes in his arms, burning down the rundown building. As everyone looked at the rundown, devastating building, searching for any sign that he survived. But they didn't hear laughing behind them. What is everyone looking at? They all turned with surprise on their face. Is that Speed? Shouted Zaku. Even I couldn't trace it to Zaku. Tobi had his fun. See you all, but Tobi was interrupted by Teiwai kicking him. As Kimimaro leaped and slammed Tobi right on the ground. Zabuza leaped forward and swung his blade as it ripped through. It wasn't Tobi. 2 pieces of Tobi's mask fell to the ground. Damn it, Teiwai shouted. Let's spread out, he couldn't have gotten too far, said Zabuza. Outside the village, as Tobi pulled out another mask. Tobi played too much, he thought to himself. As he placed the mask back on. A lot has changed. Since I've been to the village, his voice became rather deep. Zetsu then popped to the ground in front of him. So, how was the town? Just as busy as ever. I rattled their nerves a bit, showing them that their attacks are quite nothing to me. That will do for now. I wonder how the sand will respond to my presence. I can't say for sure. They might be a little more aggressive, said Zetsu. I wonder if their food is any good. That ramen bar of back there is quite good. As they made their way for the desert, Zetsu told Tobi that he would meet up with him after he concluded his business there. As Tobi made his way towards the walls, as he saw the 2 guards there. Who are you? The first guard said. State your business, the second one said. Tobi has a message for the Kazekage. We can't tell him that we don't yet have a new Kazekage, thought the first guard. The Kazekage is unavailable at the moment. He's on official business, said the second guard. Official business? I see. They still have a hole to fill then. As if I didn't already know. Well, I guess I'll play along. Tobi thought to himself. Well then, who can Tobi talk to? The council can see you, but we need some proof of what kind of important message this is. I have a message about Akatsuki, said Tobi. Akatsuki? Why didn't you say so? Take him before the council immediately, the first guard shouted as the second one nodded, and bring Tobi off. The council was gathered after a few minutes to hear what the masked ninja had to say to them. What do you know about the Akatsuki? Man asked with a cloth covering his left eye. I know who they're after, Jinjulki. Specifically, Gaara of this village. They plan to come here to capture him within the next couple of years, said Tobi. This is nothing we do not know already, another council said. Oh, I can also tell you what the Akatsuki know as well. They know about Gaara, tactics, how he used sand to defend, and all of his abilities. They also know he was promoted to Tsunade last Tsunade exams, about his siblings and their tactics as well. And that their village has been without a Kazekage since the failed invasion on Konoha. What? How can this be? No one is supposed to know that, another one said in outrage. Well, they know everything they asked to know about your village. How? Do they know all of this? And how do you know as well? Oh, that's easy. Tobi is a part of the Akatsuki. What? One of them shouted. Get him, said Baki. Weapons and techniques were fired off towards Tobi, but they all hit nothing. Tobi was in another part of the village already. Now that I think about it, I haven't been here before. As he found his targets after a while. So you're Gaara. The Sand siblings turned, as the 3 of them were there, as he looked at Tobi. Who are you? Said Kankuro. I'm Tobi, and Tobi's a good boy. Well, what are you doing in our village? Asked Temari. I came to see the Kazekage. They told me he wasn't here. So I talked to the council instead. What was it you had to tell the council? Asked Gaara. That my leader and the rest of the Akatsuki are after you, said Tobi. He said in a rather playful voice. Gaara was not amused. Wait, you're with the Akatsuki? Said Kankuro. Yep, said Tobi. As Kankuro let finger twitch, as Karusu burst from the ground and wrapped around Tobi. Well, what should we do with this one? Asked Kankuro. I'm sure the envoys would like to talk to him, said Temari. I don't think he'll be too talkative. Gaara was surprised he felt a weight on his gort, as Tobi was leaning right on the gort. The sand then blew Tobi away as he flipped in the air, as Karusu shot right after him. Tobi pulled a kuna and started clashing with Karusu, as he avoided all of the aiding weaponry, as he sliced off one of Karusu's arms. Puppets are fun. Can Tobi have one, please? As Kankuro had Tobi knocked back into his other puppet and trapped inside. Gotcha, said Kankuro, as Karusu was pulled apart, showing a knife at each of his limbs that ended, as they stabbed right in the other one, as he heard screaming come from inside. You shouldn't have killed him yet, said Gaara. He was with Akatsuki. I doubt the council would mind, said Kankuro. Well, I'm not dead yet, so they won't. Kankuro turned around. What the hell? I love doing magic tricks. Don't you like them? But Tobi didn't get a chance to play around anymore as a blast on Temari fan knocked him away. Tobi picked himself up as he started to rush towards Temari. As she swung her fan again and created a violent windstorm as he was raised high in the air by the force of the attack. As cuts started to appear in his outfit, even his mask got scratched up by the attack. As the windstorm finally died down and Tobi fell to the ground, unconscious. Well, that was easy. If all the Akatsukis are like him, then you have nothing to worry about, Gaara. Gaara's hand started to creep towards Tobi, but Tobi flipped to his feet. Ta-da! That was fun. Do it again, he said. What the hell is this guy? Said Temari. The Sand raced forward and grabbed onto Tobi tight and wrapped around his body. But Tobi simply smiled as he walked right out of the attack like it was nothing. What about Tobi fight you seriously? To see how strong you are, he said. As Tobi pulled out Shuriken and Kunai and threw them, but they were blocked by Gaara's sand. Gaara manipulated the sand below Tobi and started pulling him into the ground. Tobi is stuck. He's stuck as Gaara's sand ripped Tobi's head right off. But his head and his body poofed away. A substitution. Gaara then spin. I told you, your tricks don't work at me, he said, as his sand was pointing towards Tobi already. I must congratulate you. You're the strongest I've faced so far, from the others. But still, not quite strong enough. Tobi said in a much darker tone, as Tobi walked through the sand and slammed his foot right in Gaara's gut. Karasu tried to attack him as he knocked it away, with just force, as he walked through Temari's windstorm attack like it was nothing, walking straight towards Gaara. As Tobi reached forward, but Gaara crumbled into nothing. As Gaara appeared from below and launched Tobi into the air. As Gaara slammed Tobi into the ground with his sand. As spikes came from the sand and stabbed right where Tobi was. But Tobi simply walked out of it like nothing. Advance. Space-time ninjutsu, right? Said Gaara. Very perceptive. You're correct, said Tobi. Quite smart as well, I see. Daedra, I'll have to be careful when he comes after you later. Tobi has one more place to visit though. I have a question for you, said Gaara. Are you a Uchiha? All the strong Uchihas were killed. I know that, you should know that. That story made it far out of Konoha. Tobi had some fun. Bye-bye. As he disappeared to nothingness. It seems we have some training to do, said Gaara. At least we survived our first encounter with the Akatsuki, said Temari. He was not serious. He was just testing us and trying to rattle our nerves, said Gaara. Not that such a trick will work on you, said Conqueror as the both of them walked over. Step back, or I'll take my frustrations out on you, said Gaara. The both of them looked at him until he started to laugh. Gaara, we know that you're trying to be different now, but we really need to work on your sense of humor. That was just creepy, said Conqueror for her. Yeah, really creepy, said Temari. Alright then, let's go. We need to tell Baki Sensei about our encounter outside the sand. So how did it go this time? Asked Etsu. It was interesting, that was for sure. This Shinjuki had some spirit. So, was it hard? Setsu said. For a moment there I almost tried to get serious. You're kidding, right? Said Zetsu. You haven't been serious since you took up Tobi's personality. Suppose you're right, said Tobi. Now let's go to our last destination. Kumo. Ah yes, in Nibi. Yugito. Zetsu waited outside for the village for Tobi. A long stairway led to the main gate as Tobi started his trail up the mountain way. The people guarding the gate surprised to see that the man was walking rather calm, not out of breath. When most people take a while to compare, they were a bit winded. Who are you, and why are you here? Asked one of the guards. I need to talk to the Raikage, said Tobi. And I need a katana, but I doubt that's gonna happen either, said another guard. It's really important concern on you, opposing ninja force, said Tobi. Huh? Does it now? The second guard said. Yes, I have some information about the Akatsuki. Akatsuki? Never heard of them before. You should. They're really strong, said Tobi. You know what? We'll take you to Raikage. But just a little warning for you. The Raikage has a temper. You might die. As Tobi was led to the office. So you have information for me, do you? Yes. About the Akatsuki, a group of strong criminals. They are coming after the Biju, and they also know about the Nimichi Julke hosts, Yugito. Akatsuki, strong criminals. I don't suppose you know the identities of these members? The Raikage asks. They come from various villages. Taki, the Sand, the Stone, and Kieri and Konoha. All of them wear black cloaks with red clothes on them. And why? Should I believe you? Why are you telling me this as well? Because I was sent here to tell you. I work for the Akatsuki. I'm only here to deliver the message. And get your attention, said Tobi. The Raikage said nothing. Until a blast of lightning eradicated where Tobi was. But Tobi was already gone. He was expecting this. Guards, find him, the Raikage said. Tobi reappeared as he was watching the girl. As he decided to make himself known. So you're the Jinjulki of Nibe. Who are you? Asked Yugito. Tobi wants to play. I don't know who the hell you are, but I don't have time playing anyone right now, said Yugito. Tobi pulled out a kunai. Oh, sure you do, he said, as he threw the kunai towards her. Lightning release. Thunder wave, she said, as she released a blast of lightning that struck into Tobi as he was thrown back by the force. As he collapsed on the ground, smoke coming from his body. Pest, said Yugito. A feet planted in her back as she was sent sailing away. Who's that pest, said Tobi. She's spinning around, but I got him. Lightning release. Rising thunder, she said, as an electric pulse rised from the ground and launched Tobi in the air. His body was covered in an electric pulse all around it, as his body was then yanked back down to the ground hard. That tickle, Tobi likes playing with you, he said. Suddenly, a shadow came over Tobi as he was sent sailing away by a kick. Kira, said Yugito. Someone playing with you again, kitten, said the man that was standing there. I am Tobi. I'm with the Akatsuki. I am only here to play with the Jinjulki, not you. Jinjulkis? Well, I am the strongest of the Jinjulkis. My skill with using the Akatsuki made me the strongest opponent you and this Akatsuki will ever face, said Kira. Akatsuki? Said Tobi to himself. The Akatsuki Jinjulki is here? And this man, said Tobi. Well, this just made my life a lot easier. You're a Jinjulki as well, said Tobi. Well then, you want to play as well? As Tobi rushed forward, but his attacks were blocked by Kira, who grabbed one of his arms and launched him up into the air, as Kira pulled out one of his blades. As Tobi body near him, he made a leap and sliced Tobi in half, but all he sliced in half was a log. You're speedy, aren't you? Said Kira, as he saw like he was enjoying the fight. Tobi's really fast. Faster than you. We'll see about that. Kira appeared behind Tobi with a burst of speed as he launched Tobi in the air, as Yugito fired off a burst of lightning towards Tobi. As Tobi's body fell to the ground once again, appearing like he was dead, but he then picked himself up like nothing happened. What the hell are you? How do you keep on picking yourself up every time, said Yugito. Calm down, kitten. He's just trying to unnerve you, said Kira, as he pounded Tobi into the ground. As he picked Tobi by his head and looked at him eye to eye. What do you want? Asked Kira. I just want to let you know we'll be back in 2 years. I merely wanted to see your abilities. You know, we didn't even know that you were here. Kira, huh? Well, surprise, surprise, said Kira, as Tobi got free from the man's grasp. But the man kicked Tobi away, sent to the nearby mountain. As he turned, are you alright, kitten? I'm fine, said Yugito. Don't let him bother you. He's just a freak now wearing masks. Nothing to be afraid of. Easy for the great Kira. Happy to see, said Yugito. Tobi appeared outside of Kumo. What's going on? You find her, right? You were mistaken. It seems like you missed one. What do you mean, said Zetsu? There are 2 Jinjulki here. The Akatsuki and the Nibe. The Akatsuki? Yes, Kira. I never did found the ATL Jinjulki. Is he strong, asked Zetsu. I didn't fight him for too long, but given what he said, it seems like he had control over his Biju power. And that would make him one of the strongest. I see. We'll have to tell Leader Sam about this, said Zetsu. Yes, let us go. I'm sure the Raikage already have a search party looking for me. As they made their way, after getting a safe distance away, they made contact with their leader, projecting their body in a projection form. Leader Sama, as they appear in the hideout, we have news of our mission, said Zetsu. Go ahead, leader said. The Kyuubi Jinjulki is out training with Jiraiya, one of the sons of Konoha. The Ichibai Jinjulki is active in the sand. The Nibe Jinjulki is active in Kumo. Also, we found that the Akatsuki Jinjulki, a man known as Kira Haki, is also active in Kumo. He appeared to be one of the strongest Jinjulkis we have encountered so far. Did you get their attention, said leader. I shoot them up good. Tobi's a good boy, said Tobi. Madara-sama, it is just me and Konan here. You do not need to keep up the act right now. You need to loosen up, Pain. Their strength, and relax your nerve more, said Madara. Switching from Tobi, I would still rather you be yourself with me, said Pain. Fair enough. As long as you loosen up. Very well, said Pain. Tell me, how are the preparations going on your end? Asked Madara. Construction of that statue is going along smoothly. The ritual is going as planned. We will be ready capturing Jinchurikis in 2 years, said Pain. Good. Have the recon's mission turned up anything? Asked Madara. I have yet to hear from the others, said Pain. Have them continue. We will also continue looking for Jinchurikis as well. I will be returned to the Hidden Rain in a few weeks. I will talk to you then, said Madara, as he and Zetsu disappear. So, he found one on his own. That makes things a lot easier. I have already assigned an inhibitor to Hidan. Perhaps I should assign the Akatsuki to Kakatu. That will be the most convenient option, said Pain. Sounds reasonable to me, Pain, said Konan. Very well, the next time they make contact, I will inform them. As Pain and Konan disappear into a room, as their Pain 5 bodies were hard at work, molding their chakra into a body, a statue, the foundations of which had already been laid. As Pain and Konan joined in to continue the ritual, the 3 villages had already had their encounter with Tobi, his second identity being the founder of the Akatsuki, and his name, Madara Uchiha. But guys, be and subscribe right here for the next part of this story to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace.